give you not just a chinchilla cage tour, but also a room tour as well, because essentially this entire room is theirs. They've got things all over the place that aren't just in their enclosure, so gonna give you a tour of everything they've got. And they're not staying in this room permanently. They are gonna be moving into my pet room, which is next door, when I don't own rats anymore, because I don't have space to have all of them in the same room, and I probably wouldn't want that anyway. So this is only a temporary situation, but I think I've made the most of it by making this a chinchilla room that's kind of perfect for them. So yeah, they will be going next door into the pet room at some point, and we are moving in like the next year or two. So next time I really want to have that pet room and design that with chinchillas in mind. So yeah, this is only a temporary setup, but I'm pretty happy with how it looks. Okay, so this is their room. They've got their cage over this side and then all of their free roam stuff. And lining most of the room are these like storage grids just to protect the skirting boards, because they were an absolute menace at chewing the skirting boards. I've covered most of the room going like all the way around this way. The only place I've not done is here, because I do tend to sit here and block this. But as you can see, they have well and truly tried to eat the skirting boards. So I need to get a little bit more just to kind of connect this up to over here. But yeah, hoping to get a more like permanent thing to cover them, because we do not want the walls and the skirting boards are looking like this. So obviously the cage is the main thing, but I will show you quickly over here. So this is my desk. I've had this since I was like 15 or something. This is not going to stay here for much longer because I don't have a use for it anymore, but I've tried to decorate it as nicely as I can whilst it's still in this room. So up the top we've got this camera. This is by a brand called Wise, and I was using this when I was bonding the chinchillas just to make sure they weren't fighting or anything, but I've kept it here because I do quite like to spy on them and just see what they're doing when I'm not here. So that points pretty much at most of the cage, so I can see them at all times, which is very cute. Then we just have these ceramic mushrooms, this name board thing. These plushies I got from AliExpress because they look exactly like Nimbus and Nebula. So moving down, there's not really anything that's chinchilla related. I've just got some artwork, some stickers that I sell in my store, some Funko Pops, and the start of my Jellycat collection, which is a very dangerous thing to start collecting. So yeah, that is the desk area. Not really very relevant, but it's in this room. I've got the world's most uncomfortable chair, a little mushroom pillow, and yeah, that is the desk. Oh, and next to the desk we have just got a full-length mirror because I had nowhere else in the house that this would fit. So I was having no idea what I looked like before I left the house, and I needed a mirror. So this is here. This is probably going to stay here long after this room is not used for chinchillas and they move into the pet room, because I just want this to be like a proper spare bedroom. So there we go, just a mirror as well that Nebby sometimes just stands and looks at her reflection in. Okay, so moving on to the cage itself. This is a double level Little Zoo Ventura cage, and in this, if you've not already gathered, are my two chinchillas that live together. We have got Nimbus, who is approximately 5 or so years old, and Nebula, who has just recently turned 1. So a bit of an age gap, but they get on really, really well, and they share this cage together. So on top of this cage, before we actually look inside of it, I have just got a metal cat carrier with a fleece blanket inside. This was weirdly expensive. It was so hard to find a metal carrier that wasn't super pricey. So this one is a cat one, a good size for 2 of them. I just keep it there just in case of emergencies, if I need to grab them and run for whatever reason, like a fire or something. So that is up there. And then I also just keep their metal dust bath up there that has a little bit of dust in, just because I do have other dust baths around the room during their free roam time, but Nimbus doesn't always come out for that. So because he is quite shy and he does prefer to do this in the cage, I do put this into their cage for a little bit and then take it back out. So I don't ever really leave this in their cage, but it's there with dust in for when he needs a dust bath and he's feeling a little bit too shy to come out and do that in the room instead. Speaking of dust baths, because I know I will forget to show you this when I show you the rest of their free roam stuff, they've got this one to the left of the cage. This one I just got from someone on eBay. It's kind of a smaller size with a little window on the front. So here they are sleeping at the moment, or trying to, because I've come in here and started talking, so they are very grumpy with me at the moment. But this is Nimbus and this is Nebula. Okay, so I will start with the top section of their cage. They've got various different ledges and things, and if I can't remember or I don't tell you where something is from, I'll just pop a little bit of, hi! Am I talking too loud? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Nimbus. I know, you want to go back to sleep? I'll try and be quick and then you can, okay? Sorry. But yeah, I will pop on screen where everything is from if I forget to mention this or I forget where it's from, because everything looks quite similar and I've got most of these things from like 4 different stores. So yeah, we've got some ledges on the cage. These are really good because they've got really, really big washers. And these cages are notorious for the bars breaking under any amount of weight. So I think I've only had 1 break so far, which isn't too bad considering my rats have the same cage and the bars on that are just absolutely wrecked. So yeah, big washers to disperse the weight, which is good. So yeah, the doors just have some ledges on. This one has got 2 more on this side, and then also one of their glass water bottles as well. Over on the outside of this bit, they've got their hay rack. This just has Timothy hay in from Haybox. And then we do also have a thermometer and hygrometer, I think. I've come to realise it's not very accurate, so I'm not trusting the temperature reading on that, because I have come in here with a proper like laser thermometer and it's completely different. So I'm probably going to take that off, to be honest, because it just makes me nervous telling me that it's hotter in here than it actually is. So yeah, I'm not trusting that, but I thought it'd be a cute idea to stick that on there. But that is the hay box that they can access from this side. So if we start at the top, they have got this toy which they have very much demolished at this point. This is from my store Boggle Buddies. And then they've got this hide at the back that's got 2 holes and entrances. To be honest, they just use this to poop in. They use it as a toilet. I've never seen them actually like hanging out and chilling in here, but if that's what they want it for, that is completely fine. Then they just have this shelf, which is the metal shelf the cage comes with, and I've just put a layer of safe shavings on this. They've got their food bowl with some of their Science Selective pellets, and then a couple of chew toys, a little willow ball, some willow sticks. Then one of the main things in this section of the cage is this giant hammock. I just recently got these commissioned from someone on Facebook. I'll put the name of the Facebook page on screen and also in the description. But this is just a cube hammock, fleece hammock, that's probably big enough for both of them to fit in, which is great. Then behind this we have got this shelf. There is a specific name for this. I can't remember what it is. It's like a tunnel shelf. This is actually one of their favourite places to sleep. Mostly in the mornings I come in and they're both perched on this together, which is so, so cute. So this just leads round this way to this tiny ledge at the back that has another chew toy from my store, Boggle Buddies. Then moving forward, we've got this shelf for them to sit on and eat their hay that's got an apple stick on, and then this big chew toy that's apple sticks and wood. This is by Tiny Furry Pet Stop, and if you see anything in this video that is made by Tiny Furry Pet Stop, you can actually get 10% off if you use my code Emiology10. Anything you order, you can get 10% off on their website. So a lot of my things for them, especially all of their free roam things, are from Tiny Furry Pet Stop. So anytime I mention that, please feel free to use my discount code and pick up some really cute things for your chinchillas or your other small pets. So on the base of this level of the cage, we've got this double hide, which actually has a tile on the bottom, which I don't think they're going to let me show you because they are very insistent on sleeping in here at the moment. But it does have a tile that slides completely out, and you can put this in the fridge or the freezer to make it extra cold. Are you being nice together? Why are you so cute? But yeah, you can pop the tile in this in the freezer to make it colder for them. And again, this is one of their favourite places to sit. And then moving up, we have just got this really adorable bed on the top. Again, made by the same person that made the hammocks. And it's just made completely from fleece with really cute little pillows in. I've only just put this in, so I've not seen them actually like sit in this or sleep in this yet. I'm very excited because that is going to be so cute. So on this bottom level, we've just got some dust extracted kiln dried shavings by Bedmax. We've got another willow ball, a tile, and then this corner hide at the back. This I've just used to block the bedding from going down the hole that goes to the second level. Otherwise it would all fall through, so that's there to keep that in and also to stop them falling down the hole as well. So they can use this to get down all the way to the second level. One thing I forgot to show you is I do have the metal divider that's supposed to go over that gap. You can keep this screwed on and just slide it back and forth to cover the gap. But I just keep it up there and kind of prop it over the gap if I need to block them in either section for whatever reason, if I need to catch one of them for like a vet visit or something, or if I'm cleaning the bottom level and I don't want them to escape for whatever reason, I can just shut them in the top section and get on with my cleaning. So yeah, that stays up there somewhere. Oh my goodness. Why are you so freaking cute? Nebby. Oh, he's woke you up. Okay, so this is the bottom level of their cage. Again, they've got a bunch of shelving on the doors. They've got another glass water bottle on that one. They've got a very, very eaten loofah chew toy up there. And then on this door, they've got a perch. I think this is manzanita wood. It's one of the safe woods for chinchillas anyway. And then we've got another very, very sad looking chew toy that they demolished in like 2 days. This was such a cute chew toy and they have gone to town with it. Another shelf. Starting on the left hand side, we've got another chew toy from Tiny Furry Pet Stop. This one is made from willow and pumice, and then we've got another shelf up on the top. Then we've got their 16-inch brown metal tic-tac wheel. Mostly this is used by Nebby, but I have seen Nimbus starting to use this, so yeah. Some people don't give their chinchillas wheels. Personally, I've not had a problem giving them one, so yeah, they've got their 16-inch wheel. Then they've just got another selection of very, very destroyed chew toys at the back. Another shelf. This one is one of the ones that has a little hole they can drop down from. Another shelf here, and then you just found another place to sleep. Nebby is demonstrating her brown metal tic-tac tunnel that's in the same brown metal as the wheel, matches really nicely. So up on this shelf, we've just got a little ledge underneath here. So when they drop down from that, it's not too much of a big fall. Again, I've just got a bunch of shavings on this shelf and then a granite tile to keep them cool. This used to be a much more interesting chew toy, but they've picked off most of the parts from it. And then we've just got some more willow sticks. Another very sad looking chew toy at the top. So for the rest of the bottom section of their cage, they've just got this wooden log hide, and then this is supposed to be a hide for them to go in, but I've never found they actually go inside of this, so they do quite enjoy sitting on the top, but I've just started to use this as a like hay holder instead, for them to have hay on this section and not just in their hay rack at the top, which seems to work quite well. So yeah, this is meant to be a chinchilla hide, but I don't use it as that, so I've repurposed it. And then they've got another hammock, just a plain flat square one from the same seller on Facebook. They've got a seagrass mat from my store, Boggle Buddies, and then what is supposed to be a foraging toy at the front. This did have like a top lid bit to it. You could lift the flaps and get the treats out. Nebby ripped that off very, very quickly, and now it just looks like this, and they poop in it, which is great. So I did have that there to put treats in, but that is now Nebby's toilet, apparently. So that is their current cage setup. I'm quite happy with the way that it's turned out. I do have another little Zoo Ventura cage that I could eventually add on to make this like a quad cage, like 2 double cages side by side. I've been trying to work out how you would attach them, because obviously you still need the middle section in, and you can't do that if you remove one of the sides of the cage. So anyway, I do have another one that I could eventually add on to make this cage even bigger, which is something that I am considering. I'm not sure that I've got the space to do that in this house, but when we move, I am really highly considering doing that, just to give them even more space. But they are obviously not always in this cage. They do have all of this free roam area, which Nebby is very well demonstrating at the moment. They have got all of this area, which I'll show you in a second, and they do have regular free roam, so they're not always shut in a cage, although I don't think Nimbus would mind if he was, because he is a very, very sleepy boy. So to the right of their cage, they've got this dust bath by Tiny Furry Pet Stop, and this is great. They've just recently launched this on their website, and on the top are these chew toys, which are interchangeable. You can buy replacement parts if they chew them and keep it looking nice. So yeah, this is definitely Nebby's go-to dust bath amongst the other like 2 options she's got. This one is her favourite. So next to that is a bin. I am not using this as a bin. This currently has their Timothy hay from Haybox. It's like full to the brim at the moment. And then on the top, this container has their main food, their Science Selective pellets. We have got the dust for their dust bath, and then a little scoop to sieve out all of the poops that she leaves in the dust bath. So next to all of that is a hay rack from Amazon, and this is just in case they want to have any hay whilst they're free roaming, and I do watch them carefully with this just to make sure they don't get their head stuck. This is only during their free roam, so yeah, just a little wooden hay rack next to the hay. Then possibly my favourite thing ever is their little castle. This is from Tiny Furry Pet Stop. It's got little like seesaw rope drawbridges on it. So cute. Honestly, my favourite thing in the entire room, besides the actual chinchillas themselves. So yeah, they've got this one, which is a castle, and then this one that's like a corner castle shape. I've forgotten the name of it, but together they look so cute. Then in front of that, I've just got a bunch of chew toys and toys for them. This is a giant willow ball from Rosewood, a bundle of willow, this toy contraption from Tiny Furry Pet Stop. You can choose which colours you want for this. I've just gone for a natural theme, different like wooden textures for them to chew on. And then this toy is from my store, Boggle Buddies. Basically just a wooden chest they have to lift up to get to any food or treats. So up on the windowsill we've got all of their treats and treat jars, and I do mostly always keep these shutters shut. If I do open them, I've just had them open quickly to film this video, but if I do open them I move most of these treats. But these are mostly kept shut because the cage is directly opposite this window and I don't want direct sunlight on them, so yeah, I mostly keep this side shut to keep out the light. This one is obviously open for the aircon, but these are not like in direct sunlight. So over on this side we've just got some cookies from Tiny Fairy Pet Stop. They've not tried these ones yet, so I might do that in a second. This jar has got willow sticks in. This one has got apple sticks in. This is like leafy herb mixes that are safe for chinchillas. Flour mix that's safe for chinchillas. This jar is a mix of everything, like safe little treats for chinchillas, which I kind of regret mixing together because it's kind of all stuck together now. So this has got things like goji berries, oats, bee pollen. Really regretting mixing it together, to be honest, but I've done it now and they're going to take ages to actually get through all of that. So that's their like occasional treat jar. This one has got dandelion roots in, and this one has hibiscus. And last but not least, this is definitely really important, is their aircon unit. This is the brand of it. This I got from a website called Aircon Direct, and it is a refurbished aircon, so it has got a few minor issues with it, but otherwise it's okay. And it's just one of those ones that goes like out the window and pushes the hot air out of the window. So yeah, definitely I would say an essential for a chinchilla room. And I have it kind of pointed this way just so it's not directly pointing at their cage. Not the prettiest thing to look at, but definitely needed. So I think I've covered everything. I've done their cage, their free roam, the random desk area, the aircon. It's not the biggest room, there's not a ton of things in here, and as I said, they're not staying in here long term, but I think I've done an okay job considering that this was never meant to be a chinchilla room. It's been an office before, it's supposed to be a spare bedroom, but it's now Nebby's kingdom. She rules over this room, don't you? Would you like a cookie? Yeah. But I hope you guys enjoyed seeing a bit more of this room and their setup, and of course seeing more of Nimbus and Nebula, who was going absolutely crazy at the sound of my voice behind me and drowning me out with the sound of a very loud wheel. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! You are so loud. You have to have all the attentions.